Hello, I'm Alexander Andrushenko, System Center Senior Consult at Viacom.
Today I'm going to talk about what's new in the SQL Server Management Pack CTP2. I'll start from the main improvements in the CTP1 just to highlight the difference between two versions. After that, I'll make an overview of the CTP2 new features and finally make a demo. As you remember, one of the main improvements in the CTP1 was support of SQL Server 2016 itself. Also, we've received a lot of feedback with requests to support SQL Server Express instances monitoring. Some customers use SQL Express together with SQL and want to monitor it in the same way. Also, we had a high demand on always-on, non-readable replicas monitoring support, and now it is fully supported, and you do not need extra license just to monitor your secondary. Of course, it's just a major changes. For the full list of fixes and improvements, please refer to the release notes. So let's check what new in the CTP2. As you know, in-memory OTP was significantly changed and improved in the SQL Server 2016 comparing to the SQL Server 2014. We've reworked monitoring in SQL 2016 Management Pack as well, and now fully support memory optimized tables monitoring. The one item that was not covered in space monitoring is file stream file groups. Now we have better space monitoring. As you know, Microsoft recently released Transport Layer Security 1.2 update for your SQL servers, and we do support it already in the Management Pack. If you update your Management Pack before updating your SQL Server, you will have no interruption in the monitoring. And of course, a number of improvements to the dashboard performance and functionality. There are a lot of other fixes and improvements in the CTP2. Please refer to the guide for full list of changes. We've received a lot of feedback about dashboard performance. Number one feedback was on slow initial dashboard loading. And I'm happy to say that we fixed it and now dashboards start loading right after you open it. We also introduced a number of other fixes that improves dashboard performance on the backend and front end. I'll demonstrate you improvements a bit later. We've received a lot of feedback and implemented a number of new features that will improve usability of the dashboards. You can see a list of new features on the screen, and I'm going to move to the demo part to show you how they work. As I mentioned before, performance of initial loading was improved. Let me click on summary, and you can see that loading element was appearing right after I click it on summary, and in a couple of seconds my dashboard was loaded. The next performance improvement is on instance. It's deferred loading. You can see this question mark, I hope so, and you can see that tiles load one by one in asynchronous mode, and it works much faster than before. So if you go deeper, it will show you question mark, and when it's received data, it will display a tile with metric. I also want to show you another demo in action with 12,000 objects on the dashboard. And now let's check how drill down works. As you can see, it is loading pretty fast, and we can check other actions as well. So let's add some tile. After some time, you can see that read-only state disappeared and it will refresh data. Okay, and next. Performance. So in total, I have 12,000 objects and 14 DB engines, and on each DB engine have 100 databases. Each database has 2 file groups and 2 log files and 2 data files. So we can drill down to the database group and check that it's still loading fast, and go to deeper level. So we have no more childs under this object, but have it here. And when you select new object, like just next object, it's still loading pretty fast. I have many counters selected here, and which is similar to production configuration. So, and it almost no lag in such configuration. Another functional improvement I want to show you is virtual groups. Virtual groups basically let you add tile for class or a set of classes without having actual SCOM group. We received high demand on this feature, and many customers want to have tiles that represent not a group that contains some classes, but just a tile that represent all instances of a class or instances of a group of classes. So all you need to do is to go to the hamburger menu, click Add Virtual Group, and start typing to search your class. And when you add first class, you can add the second one. I want to have 2012 and finally 2008. This will not create a real SCOM group for you, but just create tile that will show you information in aggregated way for all selected classes. After some time, you can see that there is a number of such databases and the health state. There is no difference between this tile and what you able to use before. All actions and all user experience is the same. Let's check other improvement, bulk add tiles. So when you drill down to the instance view, there is nothing by default on a fresh instance, and you may want to add some tiles in bulk. So it will list all available performance metrics and monitors, and you can turn them on, turn them off. So this icon represents monitor, and this icon represents metric. And after that you can click add, and it will populate dashboard with all tiles you have. So this should let you create your dashboard fast, and if you do not like some tile, you can always remove it. Or if it's performance metric, you may adjust it. For example, change size. As you can see right now, you can get board faster and then just add all items by default and then start customization. One more important improvement that we did, and we have a lot of feedback, is to control which states you want to see on this tile. So right now you can do it by right click on the tile and click settings. There are two type of settings. So one is default, and it will be applicable for any tile on this dashboard, but not on any other dashboard. So it's inside single dashboard. And the second let you override setting for exact tile. So let's say I do not care about unavailable, maintenance, and not monitored. So all I'm care about is healthy, warning, and critical. In the same time, for example, for demo purpose, I can set ignore critical and save. And right now you see that states that I unchecked are grayed out, and only healthy and warning state will affect state of the tile. I can revert it back. So this gives you some flexibility. If you do not like unavailable, maintenance, and not monitoring states, you can now turn them off. In the same time, you can have settings that applicable to only current tile. So let me save it first. So right now we have a default state, all states enabled, and only for this tile I want to, let's say, remove critical state. You can see that right now critical state is grayed out here, and I can see warning, and here on another tile I still have critical active. And if we check settings here, you still can see that the defaults are the same and current is the same as default. One more feedback that we got from you is that on instance level it's very hard to distinguish sometimes what is it. You can see that, for example, here I have all SQL Server's default instances, and in the previous implementation we have no such path property under SQL Server name, and it was not very convenient to distinguish one instance from second instance. So right now you can see that we have this by default, and if you do not like it, you can turn it off. So here we have show instance path. It's a global setting for all dashboard, and it will show you the previous view. In the same time, in a tooltip, you still will be able to see path object, and that will help you understand which object belong to. So for example, this MSDB, looking on a path property, you can easily understand the server, and this should help you in troubleshooting. Also, we supported not only path property, we also supported a filter by path. So right now I filtered all SQL 14.002, and this should give you more convenience with these dashboards. Please submit your feedback to the Microsoft Connect, and exact URL you can see on the screen, or send it to the SQL Management Pack feedback. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye.